Hello passion fruits, it's your girl VH with another video. What is up? And this video is really special to me. Loki might fly off and come back sometimes during this video. I hope that's okay with you, but I'm not gonna force her to stay with me because that's not fair. Get it? This video is really special to me because it's a special topic. Where to begin? By the title of this video, you can probably tell that it's about my spiritual awakening. And I never thought I, of all people, would make a video about this. If you have been following me for a while now, then you know that for years and years, I have been struggling with extreme binge eating. It started when I was 14 years old, and I created this problem because of past trauma. And since I was 14 years old, I tried everything to solve the problem and to reduce my suffering, but nothing worked, at least not long term. I went into therapy for years and years. I had lots of different therapists, and even though they helped me, it wasn't enough to permanently solve the problem. And one day, one of my best friends came up to me and told me, Elke, I'm seeing this therapist in Edegem, which is a city in Belgium, and she is amazing. I think she would really be able to help you. You should go there. And I was like, oh, thank you, that is so sweet. But you know, I am already seeing a really good therapist. I'm doing really well with this one. So yeah, thank you, but no thanks. And she was like, yeah, but this one's different. She does this and this. And she started to explain what her therapist is teaching her. And I was like, well, she's teaching the same stuff my therapist is teaching me. She just uses different words. So yeah, I was like, it's the same thing. But my friend kept insisting, and I just kept refusing. But then my birthday came up, and around this time I was not doing so well. I was extremely desperate to the point where I started thinking about the thing that I'm not going to mention in this video because I do not want it to get demonetized. And I was really desperate, and I was starting to lose hope. And yeah, so my birthday came up, and she was like, you know what, I'm just gonna book a session for you with this lady, and that's gonna be my birthday gift to you. And at that point, I didn't have anything else to lose. I had nothing to lose because I was desperate, I was so unhappy, and I just thought, you know, my life is over, this is it. So I just took the gift and went to this lady. And my best friend had already explained to me that this lady was able to see energy, and so she knew a lot of stuff that she couldn't possibly know. So I went to this session, and this lady blew me away. She read me like a book, and she was able to describe what I had been feeling for years. But the thing is, if you're suffering from something really special, something most people don't understand, and then someone describes your problem and what you're feeling in a way no one has ever been able to describe it. It just touches your heart. And I was like, she knows. It's not just that she understands, she knows what I'm feeling and where it comes from. And I got this really magical feeling. Like when I left, I had so much hope. I was like, she's gonna cure me. It's gonna happen. So I had hope again. But during this first session, she also said some stuff of which I would usually think like, okay, this person's crazy, or this person's really religious and that's not my thing. But this time it sounded logical, the things she said. Like, for example, she told me that we actually choose our parents. And when people told me this in the past, because there have been people who told me this, I would get angry. I was like, no, you don't choose your parents. That's a load of crap. I mean, how can you choose your parents? But she explained to me, if you're a spiritual person, you probably already know what I'm talking about. She explained to me that up there, time is different, and I now understand that before we came to Earth, we made soul contracts. Like, we decided that we wanted to have a human experience here on Earth, and we made some agreements. On a certain level, we agreed to go through a certain amount of suffering so that we eventually could have a spiritual awakening. So she explained to me how we and everything around us is energy. And yeah, if I would have to explain everything in this video, then this video is going to be way too long. But if you're a spiritual person, then you know what I'm talking about, right? So from the first appointment, I was like, okay, this is going to cost me a lot of money, because she does ask for money for her sessions, which I find totally logical. But I knew it was going to be hard financially, but I also knew that this was my only chance. So I took it with both hands, and I started doing sessions with her every 2 weeks. And it's called restitution therapy. Basically, you just give back all of the crap that your parents, society has put onto you. You give it back energetically so that you can be free. Because once you have done that, you can move on. You no longer have to tell yourself the story of I'm not good enough, or one day my parents told me that I had to work really hard if I wanted to make it in life. Those are all stories we have been told, and we live by them as if they are true, but they're not. So that's what I mean when I say you give back all of the crap that people have put on you energetically. So that was step one. And then she invited me to, I still don't know what it's called. I think it's called a healing session, but it was in group. And they had these two vortex machines which enforce the healing. They make the healing even stronger. And I had never ever meditated in my entire life. I had heard about meditation, and I could totally believe that it helped certain people, but I was like, meditation is nothing for me, it's not going to do anything for me, it's just a load of bullshit, blah blah blah. So yeah, I was totally unknown with the art of meditation. But we did a meditation in group as they were healing us, and we had to imagine this bright white light above our heads, and then the light would just fill our entire bodies. It would run through our organs and stuff until we were just this huge bright white light. And I had never ever felt so good in my entire life. When I left that healing session, I was able to eat things I would normally never dare to eat. I kind of let go of obsessive thoughts. And it wasn't permanent. It only lasted for a couple of days, but I knew that this was normal. I kind of got the idea of you have to connect with your spirit on a daily basis to be able to, get a permanent result. It's like you have to wash your armpits every day or they will just smell again. You know what I mean? And that is also a moment where I was like, this is it. Like, you cannot give me this feeling and be a fraud. It's just not possible. It really works. So I decided to also follow a training with them. And it's a couple of Sundays every month. And I'm now at level 1. And next year I'll be at level 2. The year after at level 3, So it's called Journey to Yourself. And, it's about finding your true essence, who you really are. We learn how to meditate. We learn about spirit and the ego. It's amazing. What's also really important to know is that her partner is a hypnotizer. How do you say that in English? Her life partner is a hypnotizer, and I used to never believe in hypnosis, but I've got nothing to lose. I really want to get rid of this binge eating, so I decided to do sessions with him as well and to get myself hypnotized. So the first 2 sessions were just sessions where we talk about what my problems are, where they come from, etc., because he needs to understand to be able to hypnotize me. And even after the first session, I started doing stuff that I am normally not able to do. I started to let go of stuff because he also has this machine, I don't know what it's called, but it reinforces the healing, because whenever you have a session with them, they automatically also heal you. They are healers, So after even the first session, I started to let go of the scale. I didn't weigh myself anymore. I started drinking water because that was an assignment he gave me. I was afraid to drink water, you guys. I'm a smart cookie. I know that water will not make you fat, and still I could not get over the fear of drinking water. I was like, oh my God, if I drink water, I will gain weight on the scale, which is logical. If you put this bottle of water in your body, you will weigh half a kilo more than you weighed before you drank this bottle. You know what I mean? But it's not fat. It's okay. But I was never able to get over it. And he gave me the assignment to drink 1 liter of water a day. And I was like, what? Are you crazy? Isn't that like too much at once? That's Loki screeching. I apologize. But I decided that I really wanted to get better. So I decided to give it a try, and it took me 2 days, and then I was drinking 1 liter of water every single day. This blows me away, you guys. For normal people, this is like, what are you talking about? It's totally normal to drink 1 liter of water a day. It's not even enough. You have to drink even more. But for me, it's mind-blowing. And then after a week, we upped it, how do you say that in English, to 1.5 liters. And I'm still working on that, but I'm not afraid of it anymore. I'm just not used to drinking that much water, so it's kind of an exercise for me, but it's working. I'm not weighing myself anymore. I can feel that I have lost a lot of weight in just, 2 or 3 weeks, and I didn't even weigh myself. I'm eating better than ever. I'm drinking my water. I'm even starting to live without dependencies, because that's a goal we set for me together. I do not want to live with any dependencies. I do not want to depend on coffee. I do not want to depend on exercise, because before I would have to go to the gym and do certain stuff to be able to feel safe and good and Like, I had to be sure that I was gonna lose weight that day. And now, if I don't feel like exercising, I can be like, okay, then I'm just not going to exercise. No big deal. If I do feel like exercising, I will exercise. And like, if I don't feel like going to the gym but just hula hooping for 15 minutes, I will just hula hoop for 15 minutes. I won't be like, oh my god, I have to do it for an hour or otherwise I won't lose enough fat, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. No, I'm letting go of all of that crap. Um, and it's so freaking magical. I feel like spirituality is the only medicine that really works long term. I've also discovered a lot of stuff about myself, and I'm not 100% sure yet, but I think I'm either indigo or an empath, or maybe indigo people are empaths and it's just the same thing. But I bought this crystal because I finally started connecting the dots, you know. A lot of times when we visited really crowded places, after a day of social events, crowded places, I felt like shit. I was really emotional, bitchy, um, anxious, oh, so anxious. And often I didn't even know why. I couldn't tell my fiance what triggered me. I just didn't know. And he used to be like, well, then why do you need to binge? Because I always binged afterwards to cope with all of these feelings that I had. And now I'm starting to realize that these feelings are not my own. Apparently, when I go to crowded places, I'm like a sponge. I take on the feelings and all of the crap of other people. And so I started reading about crystals, and apparently this crystal, I forgot the name, but I will put it somewhere here when I have Googled it, when I'm editing. This crystal helps you protect yourself from the negative emotions from other people around you. And I have also bought black tourmaline, which is laying in my kitchen right now. And that's also a stone that protects you. It also protects you from certain radiation like Wi-Fi and stuff. And black tourmaline neutralizes negative energy and stuff. So I also bought that one. But that one apparently is more specific for situations where you would be confronted with very negative, annoying people, like a difficult person, like a boss or something who's bugging you, you know? Um, so I started wearing this and the black tourmaline, and of course, meditation. I tried out a meditation for empaths, and oh my god. I tried it for the first time when I was feeling really bad after I um, went out with a family member, and I knew she was going through a lot of grief and anxiety to lose someone. But we didn't talk about it that day, and it's not like I thought about it a lot, and she didn't seem sad, but when I got home, I felt anxious, sad, and I didn't know why. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna meditate. Um, because I know I have to do it, but I still feel resistance sometimes, but I know I have to do it, and I'm holding myself accountable now, so I'm doing it more often. So I looked up meditations on YouTube, and the first one I did was not for empaths specifically, it was just a meditation. And when I had finished the meditation, I felt more calm, but I didn't feel amazing or anything yet. But then I noticed a meditation for empaths. So I did it, and it was mind blowing. Like at a certain point, I was like, wow, I feel like I need to cry. And this lady, because it was a guided meditation, this lady said, now you can release any energy, negative energy you're holding on to that is not yours. And at that point, I started to feel like I had to cry, you know, and tears started rolling over my face. And I was like, oh dear, I feel the need to cry. I hope that's okay. And exactly at that point, the lady said, if you feel the need to cry or to scream, that is okay. It is normal. You can do so. Just release the energy that is not yours. And so I cried. And after that session, I felt so good. I had an amazing evening. I did not binge. And I would normally have binged after 5 minutes of feeling like crap, you know. So this stuff actually works. And I feel like I'm on a quest of spirituality, self-discovery, self-growth. I also feel like I have a mission. I feel, oh, Luki, shut up. I feel like I need to pass this on to other people. I want other people to feel this good as well. I want other people to heal too. And I want to do that through my videos, but also through hoop dance, because here in Belgium, no one knows about hoop dance, and I've started teaching hoop dance, and I notice that people feel so good when they're doing it, which is logical because dancing and moving in general makes your energy flow. If you have energy stuck somewhere, it will start to flow again. Our souls cannot resist music and dance. It's just impossible. So I feel like I'm on a journey to discovering what my natural gifts are and how I can use them to inspire people, to empower people, to heal people, or to help people heal. And of course, I do not consider myself more special than others or a spiritual teacher or anything, because I am like a baby spiritual being. I'm just starting to learn, which is why this title says spiritual awakening. But I do feel like even though I have a lot to grow for the rest of my life, probably, I can plant seeds in people, you know. I don't have to call myself a spiritual teacher. I don't need to become a therapist. I can do good, create a better world along with all of the other spiritual beings who have started their spiritual awakening. And yeah, we can create a better world full of light and love together. I feel like I have forgotten to talk about a lot of stuff that I've discovered, but I'm gonna make way more spiritual videos from now on. Don't worry, this will still be an owl channel, but I will also post a lot of spiritual videos, workout videos, stuff to help people feel better. And I guess to finish this video, I just want to mention that I found out that we do have a soul and that it is our mission to start connecting with our soul. Our spirit wants to connect with us. It wants us to feel abundance in life. It wants us to feel good, to be healthy, to feel joy every single day, every second of every single day. And that is so beautiful. And you know what? Your soul does not give a crap about the way you look or material things. And the moment you start connecting with your soul, and there are so many ways to do it, doing the things you're passionate about, meditating, so many ways to do it. The moment you start connecting with your soul, you will start to feel so much freedom. You will start to feel like you are good enough as you are, always. It doesn't matter if you're still working on certain stuff in your life. You are always good enough. Whether you are fat or skinny, rich or poor, smart or less smart, who cares? You are always good enough, and there's a reason you're here, because otherwise you wouldn't be here. If you wouldn't have a purpose on this earth, you would simply just not be here. So yeah, I just wanted to finish the video with that. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. If you're new here, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also click the notification bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. And if you guys want to educate me on something spiritual, then please do so in the comment section down below, because I know a lot of you are actually already spiritual. I did not know this. And to me, this is just a sign, you know. I know Joker's Harley, who follows me, is very spiritual, and I feel like I could learn a lot from her. So, Joker's Harley, comment down below. Yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Lucky says bye too. I hope you have a nice day, guys. Bye!